Glad you're with us. San Antonio Championship round. Keep in mind you can watch the in-house feed on that Cowboy Channel Plus app if that's like you, the way you'd like to go. We'd rather you stay right here with me and Butch Knowles as we get ready to take you through the bareback riding. We talked about it. It is a money game here in San Antonio. The contestant that wins the most money when it's all said and done, that's who winds up as your champion. And there's an easy way, there's a hard way to get to this championship round. Cade Saunier came in via the hard way. He had to get through that wild card round earlier today.
Yeah, you know, we're set up in brackets here at San Antonio, and if you get through your bracket and into the semifinals, everybody competes. The guys that move on, the top 5, went right into the finals. Cade Saunier and the rest of them who were out of that top 5 competed today in the wild card round. One guy got to go. This was his ride today. He was 86 points. Saunier, his last chance to make it to the finals. And you know, in a way, I like the way this happens here because he has got so much momentum now going into tonight after that big win. Look out for Cade Saunier.
Yeah, keep it. You got to beat some big names in that wild card round. Rocker Steiner safely moved on. He is the leading money winner right now, almost $13,000 for him. He's got a great draw tonight, Agent Links, and expect him to make some hay while the sun shines tonight.
Yeah, he has Agent Links from the Calgary Stampede, and he's been on that horse and had success. And they do it a little thing different. You know, if you watch the pre-show, Tim O'Connell said they actually draft the horse. They draw your name, and you go up and you pick a horse. And so these guys pick a horse for a reason. He picked Agent Links, Disco Party, and Wacey Schalla. That looks awesome.
Everybody, let's go down to the buck and shoots. Bareback Riding, Kansas Cowboy, a champion. This is Jess Pope. As he gets ready, ninth faded. This is a rematch. He has had this good bucking horse that we're looking at before it was worth money. We're here to have a good time, so the thing to do is start cheering when that gate comes open. Pro Rodeo, Kansas Cowboy. Hey. I think just looking as our bush beans pickup men to settle him down or moving in, just watching that, you see the power they have. How about that good Kansas man? Yeah. We're going to watch some great, give it to him. Little Macarena going on here, huh? It is 86 points on the ride for the Pope.
So I heard the crowd come alive and cheer them on. They love that energy. Don't be afraid to let your hair down. There's only one Saturday night a week. Dean Thompson, world champion from Utah. One of our bareback horses of the year right there from the Wrangler NFR. Bill Fix, top notch from Pickett Pro Rodeo Company. Welcome to the hottest ticket in town, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it's all about the award winners. Tonight's the point getters. The greatest horses in the world, the greatest cowboys in the world, and cowgirls. He goes to the lead with an 87-point ride.
From Louisiana, Cade Saunier, and another great award-winning, high-scoring horse called Night Flight. Pickett Rodeo Company. Everything's in the left-hand deliveries right now. You got to keep one hand in the rigging, the other hand free. Do not slap or touch the animal in any way. And a mark-out rule, we're not going to worry about it because this guy does them all really good. Yeah! Cade Saunier, award-winning talent out of Louisiana. And that bucking horse, a half a dozen trips. They've selected that horse to the NFR. How about the Louisiana man? So an 86 and a half. Hey, you see the Cowboys out front. We have 4 of them. They are our Bush Beans pickup men. They're Chase Servey, Tyler Kraft, Taos Muncie, and Randy Britton. 4 of the greatest Cowboys you could have.
Orrin Larson, Inglis, Manitoba. He's the two-time champion of this big rodeo. Secrets out from Pete Carr. This is a great match. This here's the culmination of 2.5 weeks worth of work for our cowboys and cowgirls. We'll explain the format to you here a little bit later on. Everybody gets 3 chances to win money, move on to the semifinals, and then on to the finals. That's about as good as you can get right there. Survey says an 88.5 for Orrin Larson.
Wow. Wow. Nice job, Bush Beans. Pickup men have got him down. He could hear you now and be thinking about it to the lead. Let's go to the foothills right along the edge of the mountains up in northern Wyoming. Bighorn Mountains. Cole Reiner from Buffalo, Wyoming has got 5 Wrangler NFRs so far. First year he was a Resistol Hats Rookie of the Year. Night Gazer, number 1 horse at Wrangler NFR. Cole Reiner, just like every cowboy, is awfully serious about his business. They'll settle him down. He cracks a smile once in a while. He's done a good job, and he is going to move into the top 3. 86.5 on that ride for the Wyoming man.
Leighton Berry from Weatherford, Texas. If you want to cheer the Texas boys on more than the rest, it's okay. Blasting Sand from the Calgary Stampede. He is a 2023 champion at this rodeo, and you're going to witness the champion's crown tonight. There's somebody playing to guess the score. If you guess it better than anybody, you could win $250 worth of fuel from Circle K. Let's see what the judges said. On the scoreboard, they said an 89.5 point ride.
Boy, look at that good-looking horse. He knows he did his part. So Bronc Marriott is a Utah cowboy raised in the rodeo game. His dad, a great cowboy and one of the best pickup men in our game as well. But Bronc coming on to be one of the great Bronc riders. He qualified to the college finals 3 different times. He's got multiple wilderness circuit qualifications into his game. Pickett Pro Rodeo, back with that good company. New Scarlet, veteran bucking horse to the NFR. Wow. Tell you what, our Cowboys for the finals have got their riding adjusted boots on tonight. We are looking at an 87.5, top 3 for Bronc Marriott.
So there's a lot of money available. We'll tell you all about it, but I will tell you first off the bat, it pays $16,500 to win the round tonight. The short round is with a lion's share of the money. You don't necessarily have to win the round to win the title. It's all about the money. You might see some cowboys that could win second or third and still collect enough money to be the champion in San Antonio. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little noise before the ride. The next cowboy, Wacey Schalla, he's ranked number 1 in the world right here. Number 1. They won the big bonus at the Calgary Stampede on the horse called Disco Party. I think we've got several chances at a 90-point ride here tonight. This is a cowboy 2024 college all-around and bull riding champ. They're going to slide him up one.
Yep.
Get that horse to stand a little bit better. At 20 years old, this Oklahoma Cowboy in more than one event, the bareback riding and the bull riding, this could be the next Stetson Wright. This could be the next Ty Murray.
This could be the first Wacey Schalla.
Absolutely. He is hungry. He's physically fit. He's mentally fit. And he come to win his share of what we paid out last year in the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, $70 million. Let's go, Wace. I told you so. I told you so. He's got it all. Get him on the ground where he can hear you. Woo! And the judges are putting it together. It's a 91-point ride.
And you see him tip that resistol to that good bucking horse. Jacob Lees. He is from Caldwell, Idaho. Everybody get your hands going. Everybody loves it. Idaho Cowboy, Nightcrawler, Pickett, champion bucking horse, White. You have award-winning Cowboys. We have award-winning bucking stock, and the combinations are awful good. How about the Idaho man, Jacob Lee? Caldwell, Idaho, Callan. How about this? 89 and a half. He'll go to the number 2 spot. Big money.
Chute number 5 holds the reigning champion of San Antonio. Just about to get his hand right, Bradley Miller.
Brad would love to walk out of here with that title again like he did a year ago. Went to the rank. So many guys go on to the Wrangler NFR. This is one of the biggest stops of the year they can get there. Miller got to the NFR, the Wrangler NFR, 10 days, everybody. He made almost $250,000 in rodeo. Miller, Vitalix, Wild Thing, Serving, Championship Rodeo Company. Let's go to chute number 5. Look at I might have forgot a fact that I really think I ought to throw into Miller right now, too, as our Bush Beans pickup men settle him down. He is a Texas Cowboy. Marking from the officials, 85 points for Miller.
You've been so good to the Cowboys so far. Let's keep it up. The next long-haired wild man named Rocker Steiner is the reigning champion of the world. He is for sure 100% a champion of this rodeo 2024. And tonight, Agent Links from Calgary Stampede. He needs to tie or win. So walk away as the titleist a second time in San Antonio. Graded coconut baby right here. If there's anybody here that can do it, this is the man. He set a record last year at over $500,000 in earnings. He is not afraid to get excited and let the crowd know he's in town. Tonight, it's an 87-point ride. He's got a chunk of the money coming. It's got $16,500 for first, $11,000 in every event for second, $5,500 for third, and $3,300 for fourth. Big bucks tonight.
All right.
Brockers not going to wind up as the champion. Wacey Schalla with that 16,000. Jacob Lees and Leighton Berry splitting second and third, 82.5 for them. And Orrin Larson also getting a check, holding on to that fourth place spot. Overall money, there you see it. Wacey Schalla. Yeah, 24,000. He's going to wind up as your champion. Jacob Lees not too far behind him. That's the number 1 and number 2 ranked Cowboys in the world. Also a good payday here in San Antonio for Barry, Steiner, Bradley Miller, as those guys all make money. And right now we go down to Sierra Spratt.
Well, it was a monster 91-point ride for Wacey Schalla and Disco Party. And Wacey, I know that you were very first in that draft pick earlier. Safe to say Disco Party leveled up to exactly what you needed.
Oh, yeah, I was 89 and 90 on her the past year, so to me, it's a no-brainer. Disco Party was the pick.
Yeah, you're number 1 in the world right now, no doubt, coming into it and still sitting there. Does it feel a little bit different knowing that you're not chasing, you're being chased?
Oh, I'm here for a reason, and this year I know what I'm here to do, and that's to win, and just happy to be making that happen so early in the year.
Well, it's been fun to watch you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion of San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, Wacey Schalla.
Well, you can't win a world championship in this Texas swing, but you can put yourself in a pretty good spot for summer, and that's the way it's shaping up for Schalla.
Absolutely, especially when you start getting into the San Antones, the Austins, the San Angelos, you're getting into the heart of the season, and those world standings make a difference. So these big wins like that, that's a $25,000 hit right there for Schalla. It's going to show up at the end of the year.
Yeah, world championships. So those races will be taking shape as we finish up this Texas swing later on in April. When we come back, the big guys in steer wrestling, no surprise that Will Loomis is sitting right up there close to the top in terms of money won in steer wrestling. And there is Wacey Schalla getting that victory lap down in San Antonio. Welcome back to Cowboy Channel Studios. Championship night down in San Antonio, Texas. Bareback riding is done. We're getting ready for steer wrestling. We talked about the hard way into this championship round, being through the wild card, but it paid well. You look at guys like Ty Erickson. He came in via the wild card round. But he's number 2 right now in money won with over 11,000.
Yeah, it's set up for pools. You go through your group of pools, and only the top 5 progress. You may win quite a bit of money in your pool, but not make it. You may be 6th or 7th, and that's what was Ty. He just barely missed it. He was 6th in his bracket, but he came back and won $5,500 today. So he's got some momentum. It's going to play a part in all of this.
There's another guy that always seems to have momentum during the regular season, Will Loomis. He's number 1 in money won, 11,200 and change. And Loomis trying to get the win in San Antonio.
Yeah, he is so consistent, and Big Will. And you look down through that list, there's some mega nades in there. And then there's a couple that aren't so much. You look at Clay Hurt right there. And this is a big stage for Clay Hurt, and he knows it. He's going to college at Sam Houston State right now, so this is a big stage, the biggest he's ever been on, no doubt.
Yeah, you got some world champions in there. 5-time world champion Waguespack's in there, strutting us.
The big boys event, and Holden Myers will be the first Cowboy from Van, Texas. He is carrying on the family tradition. Ooh. .5 seconds is an awfully good time to get things started. Thank you to Manrique Custom Vision for giving us a second look at all of our runs and all of our rides.
So, in reality, September, the last day of September last year, was the final day competition for the 2025 Wrangler NFR. Since then, every rodeo has qualified as counted to 2026. And Stetson Jorgensen has been making them count. He is one of the top 6 Cowboys in the game. Okay, they have rules, and I hate to be the one talking and have to tell you. Barrier, you got to allow a head start. Our friend Stetson left just a split second early. That's not a judgment call. It is a 10 Second penalty, 3.8, goes to 13.8.
The big man named Will Lumet by Haley of Mississippi. He's an 8-time National Finals veteran. He's a winner of our Wrangler National Finals Rodeo as well. And the reigning champ at the Reno Rodeo, one of the biggest summertime rodeos of the year. We're talking about the Winter Run right here in the middle of San Antonio. .3. I don't like to see that. He got a horn right in the mouth.
And he sprung a leak down here.
Ouch.
What do you say? He could hear you where he's at. How about we let him know that hopefully is not serious. It is sore.
This might not be the appropriate time, but anybody want to buy a Will Loomis tooth?
Stop that.
Available on eBay.
Ty Erickson was out here this afternoon. Everybody competes in the 3 brackets. Then you qualify if you are one of the top 5 of the bracket to go to the semifinals, 1 or 2. If not, you have a round today that everybody that didn't make it has 1 shot for all of the Cowboys to get here, the wild card. Here is a world titleist and a wild card winner of the day. Ty Erickson. Broken barrier. I know it. You don't want it for any of them. If you're too late, you're going to be way out of the money. You're too early, you get 10. 14.1 for Ty.
You got to be pushing on the barrier. You got to be close to it. You don't want to break it if you can, but you got to be close to it if you want a fast time. Here comes a 5-time world champion, Tyler Waguespack, Gonzales, Louisiana, and a 2-time San Antonio Rodeo champion as well. He is number 2 in the world. It is a clean run, no penalties to the lead. 4 flat.
All right. From Tyler Waguespack, we're going to go to Riley Westhaven. A name that is becoming very familiar in winter circles. You know, we mentioned our friends at Valero a while ago. Every year, Valero is our official fuel. Their support for the rodeo, not only for the rodeo, is for the kids of Texas. That's where it all goes.
Hey, as this next guy gets ready, a real quick announcement.
Yeah.
This is the last time we're going to do it. The final night, the championship night. I have a hat autographed by the stars of the show I'm going to give out to the fan of the night. Here's round 1 of the competition to win fan of the night. Scream when the steer leaves. Let's go.
All right, Riley. All right, San Antonio. So he is. Here's the deal. There's money made in the number 4 spot. Riley Westhaven's 4.8. So he is earning a check right now in our game of rodeo. Not a surprise to see him here. This guy works good.
So if you want to compete in professional rodeo, you got to start off with your permit. Win enough money there to go ahead then and buy your card. Last year, this is the man that won that permit title. Colin Fox, Manvel, Texas. He is top 20 in the world right now. And, oh no. We don't let anybody get out of here without a little something, something. Oh, I hate that.
So quickly, we have an opportunity during the finals. How many of you have never been to a rodeo before in your life? Like 6 people in all this whole deal.
How many of you been to this rodeo once this year? How many of you been here your whole life?
They are set in the barrier. Clay Hurt. Clay Hurt comes from Dilley, Texas. People love their Dilley, Texas and Texas Cowboys. Clay Tom Hurt. Let's get some.
We can take it higher.
Clay Tom said it looks good. Come on, San Antonio. Yes. He's good. You know, if you look back right after they throw him and all of the other Cowboys are clapping, they cheer for each other. That means he got out clean. So, 4.2. That's a pretty good check. If it holds up, he's number 2 right now.
I'll tell you what, that young guy, he is the real deal. So's the next man riding in. Rowdy Parrott, Mamou, Louisiana. When the dust had settled last year in Las Vegas, he walked out of town with $160,000 in 10 days. Not bad. And I love watching this guy steer wrestle because he's not the biggest guy in the herd. But he knows how to win. He's got the technique down to a science. 4.1. That's worth $11,000 as of right now.
Elko, Nevada provides us with a veteran cowboy. He's won the National Finals Rodeo twice in his career. He has been to the Super Bowl of our game of rodeo at that Wrangler NFR 12 times already. But you want to know the stats that matter? He is a former champion of San Antonio. Veteran cowboy needs a little help tonight. Man. Okay, they're getting down there. Getting them thrown when they get there really good. 4.2. How about a tie for the number 3-4 spot for Dakota?
So we are down to 1. Time for a quick peek at that leaderboard up in the 4 corners of the building. Waguespack in the lead, 4 flat. But here's a man from Minnesota who is very capable of being 3.9. J.D. Struxtus. World champ, rookie of the year, collegiate champion. 2024 was a magical year to win his first gold buckle. Now he's looking at number 2.
Look at me.
To show you how consistent he is, he placed in 5 out of 10 rounds at our Super Bowl rodeo. It's good. It's good. 3.6 seconds.
Show him the smile, JD. What is it? You stick your feet in the ground and just see what happens. Let's bring him up here. Wayne, it's time to meet the champion.
Best for last, J.D. Struckness with that 3.6 is your winner. Picks up $16,500. Wag winds up with a little over $11,000, and you had some guys that wound up having to split 4th place with Rowdy Parrott and Clay Hunt. I guess, well, no, Clay was 4th cleanly. So there's a look at final money, $24,000 for Struckness. Waguespack 20,000. 2 Cowboys over 20 grand. They both need it.
That's
They're both,
good, isn't it?
they're both back in terms of the world standings. They've had a quiet winter, but that'll be a bit of a game changer for them. Will Loomis winds up 4th best with 11,000 as we get down to Sierra Scrap.
Well, the last one out was the best one out. JD struck us in the Sierra Swing 3.6 seconds. Before you, they couldn't even crack into the 3-second range, and you did it by 4/10. What all had to come together there to make that happen?
We knew that steer. I'd rate him in the semifinals. He had just a little thing about him that we learned during the semifinals there. So we just cleaned everything up tonight. He was a good steer. We liked him then. We liked him tonight, and we just cleaned it up tonight, and it ended up being fast.
Now, this rodeo really is a marathon, not a sprint. What do you have to do to stay consistent, stay aggressive all the way to the end?
Yeah, no, it's a marathon and a sprint. You got to treat every night like a one-header because we're advancing on money and there's no average in it. And then, you got to keep your mind right throughout the whole deal. And, remember each night you need to advance, name of the game's advance until tonight. And then tonight you let it hang out.
Well, you definitely did that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion in the Sierra Swing, JD Strux, in 3.6 seconds to take the win.
Kind of used to this being a clean slate championship round. The money element it makes it fun, adds a little bit more drama to it.
Yeah, it makes it a little tricky. You have to do some math, which I was never very good at. But when they do things like JD, it's easy to add those monies up. But yeah, it's fun. Everything about San Antonio is great. It's a little different, and that makes it fun.
That's why I keep pushing that calculator your way. When we come back, team roping, we'll talk about the team that got in. By way of the wild card, we'll crown the team roping champion. And there is JD Struckness getting that most celebrated victory lap that you get down there in San Antonio. Well, so much happening on the social media front, especially right now in the heart of this Texas swing. So much happening in professional rodeo. That's the best way to keep up with the Cowboy channel and everything that's going on in pro rodeo as we get ready now for team roping down there in San Antonio, that championship round. And the team that, that's kind of the theme, the team that made it in via the wild card round, now sitting at the top in terms of money won in San Antonio.
Yeah, Lightning, Aguilera, and White Cox right there. They were 3-6. That was in the wild card round today. That put them over $11,000 as they come in now to the finals. They are the highest right now coming in, so they're dangerous. And Lightning Aguilera, he is incredible. Almost won a world title last year. He is something else.
And we have our reigning world champions that are in there as well, along with Junior and Caleb. Those guys, will see them rope. Should be a pretty much a Wild West shootout here in this championship round down there in San Antonio, Texas.
Reigning champions of the world. Andrew Ward will rope the head. Jake Long ropes the heel. That is just like clockwork. Evolves out of the ranch away a doctor in livestock at an open range and become one of the most competitive we have. 4.5 for Ward and Long.
Like to welcome our arena partner, Prefert Manufacturing, with a brand new beautiful red arena here in San Antonio this year. Cody Snow, Los Olivos, California. Hunter Cook now in Vernon, Texas. So they are going fast, everybody. In their defense, they are going as fast as they possibly can because this is the best in the business. The cream always rises to the top. And it's not about who's hot last year or next year. It's about who's hot right now.
Right now, right here. Team that's pretty hot so far in 2026. Nelson Wyatt's on the head. Jonathan Torres on the heels. Both of them veterans of our Wrangler NFR already. Nelson Wyatt's a pretty good all-around cowboy as well. He works 2 or more events and does them both or all 3 very well. Ropes are not tied to the saddle. They got to take a dowel. One of the hottest teams so far this year. Thank you. Please don't let them ride. We don't let anybody leave feeling bad, all right?
So I know we've got some fans here tonight that were joining us this afternoon. It was called the wild card round. It's the last chance for all of our contestants that maybe have had a little bad luck to get back into the finals. This is the team who won. Lightning Aguilera, Wyatt Cox. Oh, they are serious. They are serious.
You look at Cox smiling.
They came out of the wild card. Only one team moves on. 3.8 seconds. Ooh, we got 9 other teams now that are going to say, oh boy, let's get after it.
Kellen Johnson came up in a rodeo family. Dad was a champion. Kellen's a champion of a lot of rodeos. A former collegiate national champion. Trent Bott, Great Lakes Circuit Finals champ. Shoot. Don't let him get out.
So let's talk about the format right quick. If you can win all 3 rounds when you first come to town, win the semifinals, and win the finals, it adds up to $30,500. Not a bad week in San Antonio. Jackson Hill and Justin James, a couple of Oklahoma boys. They came through the qualifier. Smooth at 4.4. So in order to qualify to compete in San Antonio, we look at world standings from last year and this year, and then just a few move on from the Uvalde, Texas qualifier to let some of our young guns have a chance at the big bucks.
Let's go to our next pair. And let's get ready to maybe cheer on some new leaders that's in their mind. Caleb Driggers is a 2-time world champion, 13-time qualifier to the national final. Junior Nogueira, who comes from Brazil, who will get set on the heels, is a 3-time champ of the world. On the heel side, who was a former Resistol Rookie of the Year his first year. He doesn't mind taking a dolly and laying back to make sure we hold it. I've been driving on. Come on, Junior. Hang on. So how about a tie for the number 1 spot? 3.8. Good job. For Driggers and Nogueira.
Ooh, a tie for number 1, huh? Let's go to one of the most deadly young teams that we have in pro rodeo right now. James Arvizo, the reigning Rookie of the Year from the Navajo Nation, Sabadelkai, Arizona. Rance Doyle, Oklahoma. It was a 4-second run, but they only got one hind leg roped. That would be a 5-second penalty, making it 9 total.
Kyle Dennison will be the header. His partner, Lane Mitchell, will be the heeler. Dennison's been to 2 national finals in his career so far. There's a lot more. Lane Mitchell 1 time. The next one, he was 1 spot out. That's a sore spot. Let's get him a pair of them by a big win right here to keep catapulting him on. They are ready. Comes back empty on the head side. No time for us. All from you.
Bubba Buckaloo and Joseph Harrison. Kingston and Marietta, Oklahoma. This team had some big wins this past season, like Guyman, Oklahoma, Claremore, Woodard. Oh, man. The wheels are not falling off, but they're getting a little wobbly. Let's get it fixed.
Let's just change it. Let's change it all around. Everybody, raise your right hand if you believe this team's going to have a great run. Okay. Power of belief. It's Cody Carter and Will Woodfin. Texas Circuit Finals titleist Carter Woodfin was about 8 years ago Resistol Rookie of the Year. Shows that he's got the power on the backside. All right. So we have a game where in the team roping they call it a crossfire. The head shot, he has got to make the catch, turn that steer. The steer has got to go clear through the switch.
Yeah, but I think Lightning, and they had more money as they came in. I think they're going to be the winners. Yeah, they had over 11,000. Look at that, though.
Good paydays for those guys. Almost 14,000, and there's your winner.
Yeah.
Aguilera and Cox. Can't beat that. They came in via the wild card round.
That's something.
Yeah, and just carried that momentum all through the championship round. They wind up in the top spot. They're hanging out right now with Sierra Spratt.
Well, from the wild card to tonight, your champs in the team roping, Lightning Aguilera and Wyatt Cox. Now, Wyatt, it really looked like you guys just hit copy-paste on that run earlier today.
Yeah, pretty much. We had a good steer. We ran him in the semifinals, and he got biased, but I think we win the rematch.
Absolutely. And Lightning, coming off of this, you had such great momentum from that win earlier. Did you feel that back in the box have that confidence?
It for sure helped. The last one we run, we caught. So I owed him. He messed me up earlier in the week, but we got him that time. So
You guys definitely did. Congratulations to both of you. Your champions in the team roping, Lightning Aguilera and Wyatt Cox from the wild card to the championship.
Man, sometimes you need a second chance. That's all you need. And those guys made it pay off today.
Oh, my gosh. So they, Lightning Aguilera, that's the coolest header's name, I think, in the business because he ropes like lightning. But that was a great run. 2 great runs today.
Yeah,
was
you
something.
look at what they won in the wild card round and the championship round. They had a really good Saturday down in San Antonio. We'll see if that continues in saddle bronc running. Great broncs are out. Obviously, the Wrights, the entire family, I think, is out tonight. But they're going to have some competition. There's the victory lap for our team ropers. Coming right back. Championship night in San Antonio. Texas Swing continues next week, this coming week here on the Cowboy Channel. Rodeo Houston kicks off on Monday. That will be a heck of a journey right there. Great rodeo. So you don't have to move too far in pro rodeo. Let's from San Antonio to slide on over to Houston and let the fun begin.
Yeah, no kidding. Unless you're in the short go at Tucson tomorrow, then it's a bit of a jaunt. But anyway you look at it, it's fun. These rodeos are great.
Yeah, you can pick up some frequent flyer miles. But saddle bronc riding coming up, championship round. Zeke Thurston comes in. No surprise, he has won the most money so far here in San Antonio.
Yeah, Zeke Thurston, I watched him in his semifinal round. He made a perfect ride. Zeke's right where he wants to be. He's down in the world standing, but that's not a big deal to Zeke Thurston. He seems to always be. He's kind of doing other things in his life at this time of the year, but then he just keeps stepping it up, turns on the gas, and he very seldom lets anything get away from him as big as San Antonio.
Yeah, to get past this championship round, you're going to have to get past the Wrights. We're going to see a barrage of Wrights coming in. Stetson, Rusty, the reigning world champion, Statler, and also Ryder. You can see the money that they have won right there. So Stetson, not too far from Zeke Thurston in terms of money won right there at the top. Look at the matchups. Superstar Power on the left. You have some great broncs out tonight as well.
Well, after the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo Finals, I said, I don't think I've ever seen a better bronc riding. I think we may see a better one tonight.
Bushes, beans, pick up men back into position. Want to see some more bucking horses? Make a little noise out there, everybody. Come on. Damien Brennan from Australia and Pretty Woman from Pete Carr Pro Rodeo. Give the Aussie a little Texas hello, if you would. Top 15 in the world, one of our collegiate national champs. He will start the pecking order with an 85.5 point ride. Nicely done.
We're going to go to another qualifier to the Wrangler NFR 2 or 3 times. He comes from Canada. So it's wintertime in Canada. How many of you join us from Canada here tonight? The 4-time finalist is getting ready. Van Anderson, Exville, Alberta. Calgary Stampede brings the bucking horse Crockett, which was selected to go to our Wrangler NFR as well. Look. It doesn't matter if you're south of the Canadian border or north. You're looking at one of the greats in our game when Ben Anderson nods his head. And immediately we have a tie on the top of the leaderboard. 85.5 for Anderson to join Brennan.
So Sage Newman, Melstone, Montana. He is our reigning Montana Circuit champ. Tonight teamed up with Ricky Bobby from Survey Championship Rodeo. This is the horse that they hold the arena record on in this building. Newman, 9th in the race for the gold. When the chute gate opens up, let's all help him. I'm glad I'm not one of our pro officials. This is just going to get tougher and tougher as the night goes on. Todd Pike, Joe Bob Blanc, Wade Wolfenhume, and Perry Gursky come in with another 85.5 point ride. We got a log jam, Randy.
Okay, and they don't confer with each other. Some of them, they look at it, they score the horse 1 to 25 each side, how Hardy Bucks 1 to 25, how well the man rides in comparison. Then they put the two sides together. Let's try it again. Hugh Taylor comes out of Nant, Alberta, Canada. Toma Joe from the lineup. Car, Pro Rodeo, bucking horse. Let's do it. So early on, there might be a reason this man is among the top 20 in the world. As somebody's playing along, they scan the code. They're guessing the score for Circle K. And Q Taylor, how about an 88-point ride to take over the number 1 spot?
I think we got some shots at some 90s in this event as well tonight as Leighton Green, Canadian champion, crawls down over a Calgary Stampede bucking horse called Dandy Delight. They split around at our Wrangler NFR on this bucking horse. Calgary, all the way from Alberta, northern Alberta, with one of the best breeding programs in the history of rodeo. They're not afraid to let you know that they are working with over 600 head of horses. Dandy Delight. Up in the Northwest, these bucking horses and bulls, they'll travel all over the country just like we do. In the Northwest, big wins this year, Ellensburg, Washington, Danby, Oregon, and 85.5 for the Canadian champ.
We are moving to the Wright family. If you know rodeo, you know the Wrights. Here's Rider Wright set for you now. There are 4 brothers in this family, all of them national finalists and title winners. Ryder, I hope everything is good. I see him holding that arm. Ryder Wright, make you feel a little better. The arm doesn't, but you will. 88.5 points moves him to the number 1 spot. Three-time champ of the world.
What a cool thing for all four of those brothers to be here in the same year in the finals. Cody Wright's boys. Let's go to another Canadian right now. Zeke Thurston. He holds the record. 6 Canadian titles in a row. 4 world championships. And tonight, Final X Womanizer from Survey Championship. 2020 voted as the #1 Saddle Bronc horse of the year. Get him on the ground. He can hear you now if you want to give him a little hello. And it's an 88-point ride as well for Zeke Man.
You know, he makes his home in Texas now as well.
Yeah.
He and the family were here. We saw him. Okay, by the blue shirt, I'm guessing we're going to go back to another ride. He's the youngest of the 4 brothers. He is the reigning champion of the world. Let's go to Stetson Wright, who is getting ready. Yesterday's delivery, Calgary Stampede. They've won over 110,000 or so over the last year and a half on this good Calgary bucking horse. Watch shoot number 3.
Afraid to lose control. Come back, baby, in this world. One time.
All he's trying to do, just to loosen that horse, have him stand up natural. He just wants the best shot when he nods his head of that horse naturally turning out and getting started.
You can tell by how close his back is to the back of that bucket chute. That horse is squatting down bad. You don't want to take them like that because there's a good chance they could flip over and hurt our Cowboys. We don't want that.
No, we don't. I think we're going to roll him up. One bucking shoot.
While we roll him up, let's get to the rhythm of the music. Everybody clap along. It's a great song.
All right. So, Statler, back down in that saddle. Yesterday's delivery. Thank you to our friends at Bush Beans coming in to pick him up. Say hello to the reigning champ of the world. Statler is looking to the board to watch it. And here comes the score. 86.5. He's in the top 4.
Go back to the blue shirts. We're going to stay with the Wright brothers. I know who's glued to the TV right now, Mom and Dad.
Yep.
Cody and Cherie Wright raised an awfully great group of kids. This is the oldest of the 4, Rusty Wright. And he's ranked #1 in the world right now. R. Watson's Mad Skills. They won round number 9 in Las Vegas. Come on, Rusty.
Oh, now, Wayne.
Whoa. That was absolutely an 8-second fight. I don't care how many points they give him. Let him hear from you. A second look at it from Manrique ties him number 188 and a half.
I like this guy getting ready. A lot of guys like him. He has just quietly amassed 4 trips already to our Wrangler National Finals. Past year, over $100,000. Cade Bruno is right at the top, number 4 in the world standings. Survey Championship Rodeo Company, primary contractor here. Our Watson's Ed Bishop. They won rounds at the NFR. They have won here before on this good horse. You got him, my friend. You know, I don't even think the world knows how good that guy is yet. And he's been showing him 4 years in a row. Cade Bruno is going to an 86-point ride tonight for the Idaho Cowboy.
So we need an 89 to change this whole thing around. Our Watson's Prairie Fire, they won round 2 in Las Vegas on the bucket horse. The Cowboy, one of the most amazing cowboys we've seen in the last 20 years. At a young age, he's a 10-time world champion. He just crossed the $4 million mark. He's the reigning all-around and bull riding world champion. Tonight, we put him together in San Antonio from Beaver, Utah. Stetson Wright is in the house. I've got 2 brothers tied at the top of the leaderboard right now. What's going to happen now, huh? That's what we were looking for. Point ride.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you, his brothers were cheering for him just as loud as everybody else.
Stetson Wright, the last Cowboy to go, picks up the first place check, 16-5 for him. Came in just behind in terms of total money won, behind Zeke Thurston, and overall he's going to move past him. And you look at the top 3 in here, all Wrights. Stetson Wright, Rusty Wright, Ryder Wright, dying along there with Zeke, but $27,000 for Stetson Wright. What a win for him here in San Antonio. Let's get to Sierra.
Well, this red arena was painted blue tonight. All 4 Wright brothers came into the finals, but none better than 90-point Stetson Wright, Superman himself. How special is it to be doing this alongside those guys and all doing it well?
Well, this is the first short round where all 4 of us have been in there, and I mean, it's awesome to win it, but that was probably the highlight of my whole week. And past few years is being in there with Rusty Ryder and Statler, and I'm lucky that I got the bragging rights this time, but it's gonna be a dogfight all year.
Now, coming in with this draft, talk us through what your pick was, why it was. I mean, definitely the right pick, I'd say.
Yeah, there was a lot of good horses to pick from. I ended up coming in, getting to pick 3rd in the draft. And after Ryder picked Larry Culpepper, I was just like, all right, I need a rematch of this horse. And she bucked me off earlier, so I knew what I had to do to get it done, and I'm glad it happened.
Well, you won the rematch, hands down. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion, the Saddle Bronc riding the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, Stetson Wright.
Well, it kind of billed this as a great championship round for the Wright brothers, and that's what it was.
But you know what? I roughly did the math. All three of those boys won about $56,000 tonight alone.
Yeah,
That's crazy stuff.
Canadians were right there with them trying to go to toe-to-toe, but this round goes to Stetson Wright and the brothers as they wind up with the championship here in San Antonio. When we come back, we'll move to the other end of the arena. Breakaway roping and then tie-down roping. We'll see who gets the victory lap after those events. Welcome back inside our Cowboy Channel studios in Fort Worth. Championship night down there in San Antonio. There's just something, reputation-wise to win that buckle in San Antonio for a cowboy or a cowgirl, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's on a bucket list. And that's, there you start with the world and you go to the average and then you start picking off these big rodeos like San Antonio. And it's definitely in those top 4 or 5. That's something you always want to have a chance to win. And when you finally get through all this bracket series and get a chance to win it, you don't want to mess your chances up.
Well, obviously they give you a great chance because the stock is absolutely spectacular. Let's talk about Riley George. She's the breakaway roper that comes in with the most money won. She's won $11,650. She's in the driver's seat, but as you know, with breakaway roping, it's a shootout. Anything can happen. Joy Williams was a cowgirl that came in by way of the wild card. That was kind of wild. Wound up the third tiebreaker was what moved her on to the championship round. But there's a look at the cowgirls that are coming. Big names in there. You got Josie Connor. It's going to be fun to see who exactly winds up as our champion.
Some of the best cowboys I know are cowgirls. Jordy Edens Mitchell, Stephenville, Texas. She had been recognized as one of our top 25 cowgirls before, and she can rope. There we go. No penalties. Jordy, smile. It's okay. It's okay. 2.1. We'll let the rest of the field know where they need to be now.
Our lady that is getting ready comes from South Dakota. Nobody screams, so we have nobody here from South Dakota. But they might be frozen in right now. Sawyer Gilbert is a 2021 champion of the world. That same year, she won the prestigious Wrangler National Finals Breakaway Roping.
$300 flat.
Talk about great rodeos. Sometimes we like to slide them in. Mandan Rodeo Days in North Dakota was one of her great wins in the line of what she does. Look at this. Ooh, the slack didn't come out quite like she wanted. 2.5, that's not bad, folks. 2.5, pretty solid and fast.
So we had 10 contestants in each event this afternoon in the wild card round. Here's the lady that won the wild card and moved into the finals performance tonight. The team ropers have already proved that it can be done. They won it all. Well, Joey Williams, Fulford, Montana. She can do it too. A former winner at Cheyenne Frontier Days, Pendleton, Oregon. And the reigning Montana Circuit breakaway champion. Thank you for that little bit of noise coming out. It always makes a person feel a little bit better. Competition level at the top right here tonight.
Let's go to our next breakaway roper. Her name is Aspen Miller. Early on, good season started. She's in the top 15 in the world, the top 15 go to the national finals. By the way, she happens to be, I might add, the reigning champion of San Antonio. Okay, she threw that loop to win another title. How about a welcome back to your San Antonio champ from a year ago? And we'll see her here again, I can promise you.
Thank you to our official fuel for fueling all of our vehicles during our events this year, and always Valero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here comes J.C. Hammonds, Dublin, Texas. 6th in the world. She's already having a great 2026 year. You know what else came out of Dublin, Texas?
No.
Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Do you know that?
Rick loves to hear that.
It's good. It's good. Too flat. There's a new sheriff in town.
I love it. I love it when they smile that big.
You bet.
They're happy. So our next lady, Josie Connor. 2022 was our Resistol Rookie of the Year. Since then, she has been 4 times to the Wrangler Finals Breakaway Roping. She's on a great horse called Douch. 2-time Horse of the Year. 2-time Horse of the Year. Took her out. She is looking at a 2.2, top 3 right now in our round.
Kinley Bernice from Colorado. She is a business owner here in Stephenville, Texas, in the Lone Star State. Bernice. All good. Let's look at a 2.6 tonight. Again, 16 equal money for the ladies, 16,500 to win tonight for the girls too.
So Jesse Everett, who's going to get ready for us, was a reserve champion, runner-up to the title, the Canadian title. They have Rodeo Canada on the pro level as well. Barrier rope snapped open. They're going to reset that. And Jesse will reset that good-looking horse and get ready again. So much of how you start that run makes this run even better.
She broke the barrier. Watch the barrier. Tied right in front of the box right there. If any part of that horse, his head, his neck, his chest hits that rope before the calf gets a head start, 10-second penalty.
Okay, we've watched this lady win some great rodeos. Rodeo Austin, Salinas, you had her there. We had her in Puyallup. And then the world watched her win the National Finals Breakaway Roping average. And a total of 10 runs, she set a record time. Riley George is the lady we're talking about. All right, all of a sudden we're snake bit just a little. How about a salute to the titleist of the National Finals Breakaway Roping? But that doesn't make her but she wanted to be right here. Now,
One of our great ropers of yesterday, Jimmy Cooper. And I know he could still do it today, I'll bet you. Here is his talented daughter, Jill Tanner. She just won in Fort Worth, Texas, just a few weeks ago. That bumped her up to number 1 in the world. Come on, Jill. A win right here. Solidify that number 1 spot. 2.2 rounds out an impressive field. You know, before we crown our champion, those ladies work as hard as anybody else going down the rodeo trail. How about we give them all a big round of applause? Thank you to our breakaway ropers. Here's the money. And it was a little tighter than what I thought it was going to be. Just about $4,000 difference. Your number 1 lady will be the cowgirl from Dublin, Texas, J.C. Hammond.
joining us in the presentation, Farm Bureau Bank, Sophia Agel.
Great job at J.C. Hammond's hang saw. Yeah, going to wind up in a tie with Josie Connor. They're going to split that 3rd and 4th place check. J.C. Hammonds wins the big check, 16-5. And that's good enough to power her to the win. Doherty Mitchell will wind up in 2nd place. 2 cowgirls over $21,000. Big paydays in San Antonio. Let's get to Sierra.
An unbelievable win for rookie J.C. Hammonds and an emotional one. I can see it's been hard to keep yourselves together, but this has to be a moment that you only dreamed of when you got your card.
Yes, ma'am. I never would have thought I'd be here my rookie year, let alone winning it. So I know it's been a hard week for the breakaway ropers, but I'm just so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, and talk us through that very last run. It all came down to tonight. What did you have to focus on backing into the box to make sure you did it?
Yes, ma'am. I knew I had a good calf, so I just needed to see him move and just kind of let everything else fall into place. My horse has been so strong in this arena, and he's really gotten me here.
What a wonderful scene. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion, the rookie, J.C. Hammonds in the breakaway, 2 flat tonight to take it home.
Yeah, what do we have? 6 cowgirls between 2 flat and 2 6.
Yeah,
So it was a quick night in the breakaway roping.
Yeah, you're not going to just back in there and track one down. You got to do what she did right there. That was outstanding.
Yeah, it's an emotional week for the breakaway ropers, and that's a great way to wrap that all up. When we come back, the tie-down ropers will take over that timed event box. We'll see who will wind up as our San Antonio champion. You're watching the championship night from San Antonio right here on the Cowboy Channel.
Ty Harris, you back that guy in the corner. He's going to come out swinging, and that's what he did tonight. Oh, say hello to the new leader, everybody. 7.2.
Joel Harris is one of 2 brothers. The last thing you ever want to do is to put a Harris in the corner with a challenge of a fast time in front of him. He'll come back at you. How about 7.1?
I think those Harris brothers are used to going head-to-head, competing with each other. Probably thrive off of that, don't they? You have Ty, who won every round that he's been in so far in San Antonio. And then Joel won his semifinal round, so he gets in as well. But Ty's going to come in as your leading money winner, almost $14,000.
Yeah, and they're both riding that great horse of Birds, Peso. And, you know, tribute to that horse as well. I think they've won $500,000 or more on that horse in the last year. But when you look at these Harris boys, the fastest run we've seen here all week, 7-1, that was Ty Harris. Well, Joel came right back and matched it. I mean, it's just incredible how good both those boys are.
Now you can take a look at the lineup, though. It's not going to be easy. Kincaid Henry's #1 in the world. Haven Medjid has been red hot. You got Shane Anchie, another world champion down there. So get ready for a wild night in tie-down roping. It's a great way to start. John Douch.
And again, I'll say it a second time in a week. Watch how quickly he can get from that horse to the calf. This guy is an athlete.
Wow.
I think he just tied up with the fastest run of the entire San Antonio Rodeo. 7-1.
Take a look up above in the suites. We have some special guests out here. Representing from the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, we have President, Assistant Vice President, Cowgirl Cavietas, and to carry on the tradition of passing the torch on to San Antonio's next great event, we will now witness the official flag trade. Viva Fiesta San Antonio, April 16th through the 26th.
Recognizing our Fiesta Commission and Royal Court with us today, 2026 Fiesta Commission President and Fiesta Commission Executive Director. Thank you for joining us. Fiesta time.
Chet White.
London, Texas. Get back in the saddle. Make sure he stays down. Pro official horseback has a stopwatch in hand. And the time today, 12. Oh, no time. He's going to kick free prior to that 6-second allotted time limit. Folks, all he's going to get is whatever you give him tonight. That's it.
Sorry, I didn't know I was on. This is a very important run. We don't want to miss this. Let's watch this, and then I got something for you. Here we go.
Okay. Tiger. I'll tell you what, that is a stroke of bad luck right there. He has been having such a great year so far. Ty, keep your chin up, buddy. 12.8 tonight. Give him a little San Antonio hello anyway. What do you say?
So every night we've done something called the Colgate Kiss Cam. And tonight we're going to do it again. We're going to start you out with a situation that we don't know anything about. We just got one guy, two hot chicks. So you got to make a decision. Which one are you choosing for the Colgate Kiss Cam? One's his ex-boss, one's his wife. He said he'll choose both. Let's go, girls. Give one on the cheek at least. Come on. Pick somebody, sir. Oh. Easy, easy, easy. Attaboy.
One of the hottest ropers in the last 8 years, Haven Midget. What about a little help for a champ of the world? 8.4. Haven Midget, if the tie inspection and goes through. 2019, he won the world title. 7 NFRs since. Twice he's won the NFR title. Former Resistol rookie that has nobody ever carried that many titles back to Miles City, Montana. Say hello to one of the greatest in our modern day game. 8-4, number 2.
World champion Shane Hanchey.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all
Louisiana man, the 2019 San Antonio champion. Listen to this. He's qualified for the national finals 16 times in a row. Yep. 16 times in a row. It is absolutely phenomenal. And for a cowboy that'll weigh in about 150 pounds, good run, 8.6. Uh-oh. Watch out.
Yeah. Quit talking and kiss. You.
Got an Idaho cowboy and a rodeo family. Bo Pickett. Caldwell, Idaho, we mentioned them a little earlier. The great Caldwell Night Rodeo. Bo Pickett, Columbia River Circuit Finals champion. We have watched him in that Columbia River Circuit, and any time he travels out of it, he is capable of moving anybody's leaderboard anytime, anywhere. So, you know, if that holds up, that alone, not counting what he got getting here through the bracket, through the semifinals, if he were to stay right where he's at, it alone is $11,000. His time 7.4. Write it down. Good horse, Bo. Good horse.
When all you can think is dead.
I'm glad they did that. I wanted to see his haircut.
Well, there's a lot of love in the house tonight. Woo. Ponder, Texas. College National Finals qualifier Chance Webster having the best year of his career. Top 15 in the world, where everybody wants to be. Oh, man. One tiny little bobble is all it takes. Cost you a ton. Let's see if he's going to struggle free. And he does. No time.
So, a while ago, we watched Ty Harris in this event. In the Bronx, we saw brothers. We got brothers in this one as well. Joel Harris, last 2 years, qualified to the Wrangler NFR. We can move it. We can move it. 7 and 6, but it's a broken barrier. 17-6, is that right, guys? Broken barrier called on the far end. You see him retying that little piece of barrier string. That's not a judgment call.
The Cowboys actually, and Cowgirls in the breakaway, they have to judge how fast to leave that box. You want to be close to the barrier, just don't break it. Tom Kraus, Gallatin, Missouri. Good-looking fans out there tonight. Tom Kraus went to his first NFR last year, December. Kincaid, Henry, changed it up. There's one of our Cowboys that won not one, but 2 rounds in Las Vegas, Odessa, and Fort Worth champ. All right, we've seen him get up already a couple times tonight. Let's cross our fingers, hope for the best. We're good. 7.8 in the money, 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 money.
Okay, so roll the order around a little. Nice run, 7 and 8 for Kincaid. Now, let's go to Tom Kraus. Last year he went to his first Wrangler National Finals. I saw him his first time at the rookie finals. Took place up in Waco, Texas. Was pretty impressed with the title he won there. Won NFR, but folks, it will not be his last. Not as good as this guy ropes. Give him a little help. See what I mean about how good he ropes, how fast he is? And the way he ties them, I'm pretty sure that one is not going to come undone. Everything's good. 7.6 on the run.
Great shot of our fans. If you've never been here, you're watching on television from home, come to San Antonio. Soak up some 85-degree weather, some great food, great people, great river walk, great events going on over our 2.5 weeks that we spend here. We've got one more cowboy. Okeechobee, Florida man, Cole Clemens. 2024 Resistol's Rookie of the Year. NFR Cowboy won one of his home state rodeos last weekend in Kissimmee, Florida. Eight seconds flat. When the dust has settled, everybody was chasing. John Douch, the very first man to nod his head tonight.
He came in near the bottom. He was 9th best in terms of money won, but in the overall, when the dust settles, 22. Bo Pickett winds up in 2nd place. Ty Harris, so good. You know, he was still 3rd overall, even though he didn't win any money at all here in this championship round. That gives you a good idea of what his San Antonio has been like. Let's go to John Douch, who's now with Sierra Spratt.
Well, it was the very first cowboy out, John Douch in the calf roping. What a great plan, John. Just put up a 7-1, the fastest time that any of us have seen, and have all the other guys try to beat it.
You know, being the first guy, you know, having all the best, you know, other 10 guys behind me. So I just want to go do my job and go as fast as I can.
You definitely did that, and it definitely paid off. Coming into this rodeo, you were just outside of the top 15. No doubt that's changed now. How crucial was it to cash in on this rodeo?
You know, these winter rodeos are so important. You know, by Reno, I like to have 65 or 70. I don't like being behind, so I need to make up some time.
Well, you're ahead of the game now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're shaping the calf roping. John Douch, 7.1 seconds for this cowboy.
Now you look at John last year, wound up number 5 in the world standings and just had a really good 2025, just moves him on into 2026. You get big wins like he does tonight, you know, you're in the talk.
Yeah, he is in the talk. Like I said, I think the last 2.5 years, John Douch has hit a whole new level of tie-down roping, and it's wins like that. It's the confidence to back in there, be the first guy and be 7-1. You know, the old Douch may have made a stumbled toe maybe somewhere in the middle. He didn't do it tonight. That was cool.
It is a very tough tie-down roping right now. So many of those guys are so good. Riley Webb, the reigning world champion, noticeably absent from this championship round. It all belonged to John Douch tonight. He wins the round with a 7-1 and winds up as the overall champ in San Antonio. Always a great time to sign up for the Cowboy Channel Plus app. Just take your phone, your camera on your phone, and hit that QR code right there. makes it so easy, and you can get all the action, the in-arena announcements, everything that goes on in pro rodeos. You can see it all right there on the Cowboy Channel Plus app. As we get ready now for barrel racing, and we'll start with Morgan Bagnell, who won the wild card round today. She has a great horse. Sir, who's kind of been on loan last year, the Brittany Posey, but I tell you, Morgan, fantastic run for her this afternoon.
Yeah, she just stepped on him today in that wild card round. She rode a different horse to qualify to the wild card and did great. But she just stepped her game up a little bit and ran a 14-12. That was an amazing run. If she can do that again tonight, we may see a $16,000 move for Morgan.
Absolutely. And, you know, with that win in the wild card round, she moves up into second place right behind Brittany Posey. Tanazi, you can see the star power that we have in there. So it's going to be fun to watch as we jump right on into barrel racing.
So how many ladies are ready to cheer your sisters on to the finish line?
Let's go, girls.
Haley Gibson Stillwell all the way from California. All right, get ready, ladies. 1, 2, 3. That is a pretty hot run, 14.23.
Pretty good time to lead it off. Anything down in the low 14s is great. Anita Ellis qualified this past year for our Wrangler NFR, but by serious injury, she did not get to go. She won Calgary Stampede a year ago. Let's wish her well 2026. Whoa! 14.16 for Anita.
How about we go all the way to Washington for a veterinarian, a doctor of veterinary medicine, Kathy Grimes. Top 15 cowgirl. Looking for her another bird. Oops. Just slow down. Make sure everything is going to be all right with that horse. That is her first concern. Thank you to our fans for doing that. So nice. No good for Kathy tonight.
We have a lady that comes from Oklahoma. You're looking at her right up on top. She has gone to the Wrangler NFR 7 times. She's won over $2 million doing what she is doing right now. Her name is Emily Beisel. Here comes M. We're riding Liza, led to the left. Come on for the Oklahoma lady. At a 14.24, that is a number 3 spot. That's $5,000+ right there.
You know what I wish I had?
What do you wish you had?
I wish I had about 17,000 autographed hats to give away to every one of you. You're great fans. We are a long way from over, but unfortunately, one competition has ended. That competition being the very final Fan of the Night competition. I have to crown one more. Have you had fun so far? I've been watching the entire room. I've been looking all over, the upper deck, the lower deck, the front row. And these two men right here have not sat down. They've cheered for every good moment. They've been sad in every sad moment. And you know what? You're my fans of the night. So look, I only have one autographed hat. I also have a few H-E-B gift cards left over, so I'm going to give these to you guys. You can buy all the candy and pop and nacho cheese or whatever you're into with that. But I want you to share the hat. You get it every other weekend. You understand? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. They are your fans of the night. Good job, boys.
Here on the final tonight, we'll pay a little bit more attention to that ground as Jordan Driver, the reigning Texas Circuit champion cowgirl, in Garden City, Texas. Let's get her back home anyway. Oh, man, that would have taken over the lead. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. 14-10 plus 5, 19-10 for the barrel down.
Live hand, Texas lady. Carly Otero. One to the turn, you got it down. Got it. One of our top ladies in the game has had a tough night tonight. Gonna wind up at a 24-72.
Katie Jo Halbert from Port Lavaca, Texas. I've watched her set records around the country. She's also one of our San Antonio scholarship recipients. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh. Now you know why we time them down to within 1/100th of a second, 14-9.
So Latricia Duke has gone to the national finals. Before she ever went herself, she trained 6 horses that took people to the Wrangler NFL. Latricia, Texas lady. (14-24) in a tie for 3rd and 4th in the round.
I'll tell you what, when you're running against 11 of the top horses in the world of pro rodeo, you know it's going to be tight. You know it is. Folks, a great partner of ours is the Ford Motor Company. Keep your eyes on that big screen. A couple of words from some of our best partners.
Once a year, a rhythm thunders across Texas. It can't be tamed. It can only be driven. Texas is Ford Truck Month. Let's ride. These trucks, they haul, tow, and conquer everything in their path. So hold on tight and drive the stampede.
You can't sit still when there's a stampede of savings at your Best in Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in to get the best deals of the year on a built Ford tough truck.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Mañana. Family Day at the rodeo. Thank you to SeaWorld for getting all of our mutton busting champions that we've had over the last, 18 performances.
Yep.
A family 4-pack to SeaWorld for all of our winners. So thank you for doing that.
How about Anita Ellis? What a comeback. 16,500 for her. She gets the win at 14-16. And when you add it all up, it was so close coming in. And it is Anita Ellis, 24,000 for her. Haley Gibson Stillwell winds up in 2nd place. What a story. Emily Beisel in there at 11,500. Holy cow. Let's get down to Sierra.
Well, this has got to be one of the greatest comeback stories we have ever seen in the barrel racing. Anita Ellis takes the title of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. And Anita, just a few short months ago is when you suffered your head injury, but you're back in a big way. Can you even describe what this moment means to you? It means so much to me. I'm so grateful to have my health enough that I could be here, and all the prayers that have been said for me, they've worked. So I appreciate everyone so much and their help. Now you can tell that you and Rico, you just go together. You know that you've raised and trained that horse. It seems like you have so much trust every single run. He's such a nice boy. He's so good to me, takes care of me, and he's so willing to do what I ask. I just love him. Well, I'm sure he's just as happy that you're back as well. Yeah, he loves me too. Congratulations to Anita Ellis and Rico on their comeback and their win tonight. He's here. So welcome.
That's one of the best stories of 2026 so far, because I think as you went into the NFR after she suffered that injury, I don't think anybody really knew if or when she was going to come back.
No, in fact, it was if. That was the question. She actually had to learn to walk and kind of come through all of that to get to this level. She didn't start riding a horse till, I don't know, I want to say maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago. So it's incredible what Anita Ellis has pulled off. You and I watched her at Calgary the first time we ever saw her. She won every round at the Stampede.
Yeah.
That's why I was hoping she'd get to the NFR, but great way to do it at San Antonio.
What a story in 2026. One event remains. We'll jump into the bull riding when we come back. The San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo the championship round. And there's Anita Ellis right there. That is a victory lap that I'm not sure anybody really expected at this time of the season. So happy to see it. Back in the Cowboy Channel studios, right in the heart of the stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas. Championship round from San Antonio. We've had fun. We had Denver, we had Fort Worth, and now San Antonio, and it's been a heck of a championship round down there, and we're not done. We still have bull riding.
Yeah, we saw bull riding and some really good talent, I think, Jeff. The bulls are going to be good, but there's some guys that can really ride, starting with this guy right here. Pedro Campbell, you know, like you said, I don't think we've seen him at the NFR since 2021.
Yeah. Fun kid, a lot of talent. He's kind of gone to the PBR, back to the PRCA, and it's great to see Boudreaux back in the PRCA and making some headlines. There's a look at the Cowboys that we're going to see. Trey Benton, he's the veteran in there. T. Parker, tons of talent. So that youth movement in the bull riding is really strong.
Oh, no doubt about it. And Tristan Hutchings right there, I think he's the hottest guy going right now.
I didn't want to see that. He comes down. This is a pen of bulls that will throw you off, but they can also bring up some awfully big scores, too.
Ooh, that was a little too close for comfort right there. Okay, we're not going to ride a ton of bulls tonight, but if you do ride one, you get paid. That's all there is to it. Rank set of bulls. But these are the ones that can get you the big scores, the high scores. And that is what the final night is all about. Number 2 in the list, Tristan Hutchings, Montview, Idaho. And a bull called Soccer Mom from the Serbians. We need a ride. Come on, Tristan. Break the ice.
Need help about the shape I'm in. I can't say I ain't really am I there.
Let's ride. And he steps off and sticks the landing on top of it. Amazing job.
You know, that is a Sol Ross Cowboy. Allegiant ridings, Tristan's, like the rest of it, the Idaho man, as they look it up. 90.5 on the ride for Hutchings.
Where are all the fans for Shane Smith and the Saints tonight in the house, huh? Not too far away, Tristan Mize, Bryan, Texas, EGO. Wow. Wow. I think that bull turned 180 degrees in one jump. Yeah, pretty much. That's hard to hang on to.
Ooh. Cimarron Rutger from Liberty Hill, Texas. Number 3 bull of the year called Richard Slam. Heat car. Come on, everybody. Do a little clapping to the music. Gotcha.
Come on, everybody, get your hands going. Get a little beat going. Come on. Let's act like it's Saturday night, everybody. Let's go.
Well, I gotta include our camera crew. You're just like right down in that chute. You're like his partner pulling his rope. San Antonio, where are you? Where's your hand? We got liven it up. Wow. That is a big, heavy, broad back bull. And our man Cimarron is down. How about the bullfighters? They just look like they're having fun. Kind of.
I'm certainly going to bank on the next Cowboy. He's easy to bet on. He is consistent. Ruger Piva, Chalice, Idaho. He's got a bull called Cowtown from PRCA Pro Rodeo. They've rode this bull a couple of times in the last 6 months, so we know he is rideable. Sneaking up on that rope. From the College National Finals Rodeo all the way to Las Vegas, we've seen him achieve great things. Woo! 7.3 seconds. Ooh. Keep your eyes open, boys. Matt, you haven't introduced your little buddy out there. Who is that?
You know, I've had that thing for like 2 months. And Wayne, you've been doing rodeos for a long time. I would have really thought you realized that's not a real person, Wayne. It's it's a fake person.
Oh.
I know you wanted me to introduce it, but it doesn't have a name. You want to give it one right now, real quick?
Yeah, give him one.
You do it.
Wesley.
Wesley. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about it for Wesley?
Why don't you call him something like Boudreaux? Oh, we'll call the next bull rider Boudreaux, because that's his name. Boudreaux Campbell. He's a Texas bull rider out of Crockett, Texas. We got San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo fans that will cheer for a Texas man. No. Wayne, my friend, that is a 5-time national finalist, just came down.
I'm going to move Wesley for you.
He's kind of got a mustache like Zach Top. Maybe we should call him Zach Bottom.
Yeah, he's definitely Zach Bottom. Wesley Zach Bottom is his official name now. He sleeps like a baby. Wakes up every 2 hours using the bathroom in his pants.
Let's get another ride right here. Colin Telford, Plant City, Florida. Bandolero. They won a round here last year on this bull.
I don't know about doing.
He can hear you now. Great job. Not many scores, but when we get one, it's a good one. 88 points from a man. Randy, I was counting it up. There's over $35,000 in this pot tonight for these bull riders.
So let's go to chute number 5, where the green helmet is. And we're going to T. Parker. Brad, get him clapping. We need the fan. Thank you to that great camera crew. Everybody, get ready to do some cheering. We've got to have the help of the fan.
Wow. I got 2 words for you tonight. Bull power. We got plenty of it. Here comes the man that came out of the wild card round this afternoon. Fulton Rutland, Westville, Oklahoma. Smoking hot. From Survey Championship Rodeo. So they won round number 3 of the Wrangler NFR on this bull. Fulton competed today against 9 other bull riders to earn the top spot. Only one person came out of each event this afternoon into the finals. You can do it, Fulton. Whoa. Man. He come out of that chute like a lightning bolt. Woo! Good grief.
Not the kind of bulls you want to take home and meet mom and dad. I don't know. They're just not that awesome as far as nice. They're hard to ride. So we are looking to Colton Byram having a good year. He's a top 15 in the world. Big money in Fort Worth, Bulls Night Out, Preacher, Survey Championship. Brad? Text it. Come on.
So as of right now, there's 2 Cowboys looking at that 35,000 plus in the pot. We need another one to get in the mix. Luke Mackey, Ignacio, Colorado. Follow the race for the gold at ProRodeo.com. You look it up on your smartphone right now, you'll find he is number 2 in the world. Ringling Road, they won the finals here last year on this bull. Hands and feet. Hands and feet. You know, we don't do this very often, but I think tonight we probably should. If you respect our stock contractors and the quality of livestock that they bring, how about giving our contractors a round of applause? They did pull out all the stops.
Boy, Tristan Hutchings just going to run away with it. Yeah, 90.5 for him, and that's the go-round money right there.
Yeah, that's a $21,000 move. Before that,
Yeah, 32,000 when you add it all up, and Colin Telfer in there at 25, a little over $25,000. Boudreaux Campbell pretty solid as well, along with Trey Benton. But man, Hutchings and Telfer, that ground money made those guys look really good tonight as we get to Sierra.
Well, it was Tristan Hutchings and a huge ride of 90.5 points. Now, Tristan, I gotta ask first, is there any better way to spend a birthday?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was a little down earlier today. We had the picks here in San Antonio. It's a little different than most rodeos. We get to draft our animals. It's not off money one. I think it should be off money one, but it's a random draw. Then you go down and you pick it in front of a crowd. It's a pretty cool deal. We don't get to do it anywhere but here. And I sat there, ended up being last pick. And I picked Soccer Mom, one that I kind of wanted to get on for a long time, but I didn't think I'd have to pick him to get on him, and it ended up working out.
So it was a great pick for you. This is the biggest ride that we've seen at this rodeo, and your biggest ride. Could you tell during that you thought, all right, this is going to be a high 90?
No, not really. I can't really ever tell. Like, sometimes it feels wild and out of control, but that one felt really controlled, but he was still bucking hard. But I got to spur on him a little bit, and the judges do like that.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Your champion of the bull riding, Tristan Hutchings. He was the last pick in the draw, but it doesn't matter. He is #1 in San Antonio.
You know, sometimes you get to the end of the season and you win or you don't win that world championship, and you look back at nights like tonight where Hutchings won a lot of money and it's going to vault him up there in the world standings, and who knows, in the end, that might be the difference maker.
You know, that's a really good point. You know, we really pay a lot of attention to the later in the rodeo season, the last month of the rodeo season in the world standings. But the world title could be won with that ride right there for Hutchings. That's the importance of San Antonio. And anytime you get on a bull for money, you need to do your job. And boy, is he hot. That was such a good bull ride.
Yeah, he's got momentum going into Houston, into Austin, and on into San Angelo. You'll be able to see it all right here on the Cowboy Channel. And right now, let's look back at exactly what happened tonight in San Antonio. What a fantastic night. As you started off in bareback riding, and Wacey Schalla, the legend just continues to grow. 91 points for him tonight.
Yeah, the bull rider turns #1 in the bareback riding world race. That boy has become a bareback rider overnight. What a ride. And Disco Party now, they won Fort Worth on that horse. They won San Antonio on that horse. I mean, what a bareback horse to have.
And San Antonio winner in steer wrestling as you get back to J.D. Struckness, last guy to go, 3.6 seconds, and he wins it all.
Yeah, he's not the guy you want to have go last if you're winning it, because he is so strong and so quick. His horse is working great. Congratulations to JD. He's got a world title on under his belt. He's after another one.
Yeah, sometimes to win in San Antonio, you need lightning to strike, and that's exactly what happened in team roping.
Yeah, these guys, you know, they were quick this afternoon to make it in out of the wild card, and then look at that right there, 3-8. I mean, they made 2 runs today, and they weren't 8 seconds if you total them both. That was some team roping for those boys, and they won a lot of money here at San Antonio in the last day.
Yeah, Lightning Aguilera living up to his name. In bronc riding, well, it was the Wright show, and in the end, it was Stetson Wright, last Cowboy out, 90 points for him on Prairie Fire as he wins another major rodeo.
Yeah, you know, I watched this Bronc as a former bronc rider. What an incredible horse the Survey Boys have brought here. That was such a good bronc ride tonight. It wasn't easy to win, and he'll be the first to tell you. It was tough. And these brothers, you know, what were they, 1, 2, 3? And tonight, that's incredible.
Saw some breakaway roping runs that were all around 2 seconds flat. 2-1 from J.C. Hammonds turned out to be the best as she wounds up winning the title.
Yeah, her first year on the rodeo trail, and J.C. Hammond steps up, and by far the biggest stage she's roped at. Look at that, 2 flat, wins the championship here at San Antonio, and man, there are some huge rodeos left to go to, and she's going to get to all of them. That was great.
John Douch, first Cowboy out, tie-down roping, 7.1 for him. Put that on the board. Nobody else could catch him. The Harris boys have been so tough all week, but in the end, as the dust settles, there's your winner right there.
Yeah, John Douch, I could watch this run over and over again. He had to reach a little bit. That calf was getting away from him, but that didn't even slow John down. That was such a solid run. First guy out of the box, and he's in the back of the pickup now doing high fives because he was the champion here at San Antonio. That's cool.
And Anita Ellis, maybe the comeback story of the year, injured last year, not able to compete at the National Finals Rodeo, makes a heck of a comeback and wins San Antonio, her winning time, 14:60.
Yeah, that was so great for Anita. It's so good to see her win here. Look at that. I mean, that is an emotional win for Anita Ellis, and it is great to see her back where she should be.
11 bull riders made this championship round. Only 2 made the whistle, none better than Tristan Hutchings. 90.5 points for him on Soccer Mom, and He's your San Antonio champion.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch his season keep going like this because he has been riding bulls like this every time he nods his head for the last couple years. It's going to be fun to see if he can win a world title. Boy, he is in the right move right now.
Yeah, you see some cowboys that are just instant success, Stetson Wright, those kind of guys. But you see other guys build toward that world championship. That may be the case for Tristan.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I've said that, Tristan, you could always see that he was a great bull rider. But, now he is so consistent. He has hit a whole new level of confidence. And it showed tonight at San Antonio.
Yeah, it sure did. And that wraps up San Antonio. Take tomorrow off. And Houston starts on Monday if you're not a part of the Tucson Rodeo. But thanks for watching. Congrats to all of our winners down there in San Antonio. And thanks to the great crew here at the Cowboy Channel. It does such a fabulous job. We'll see you, I guess, down the road on the Cowboy Channel.